Alright, I am ready to get started on my first weaving project. I decided on medium difficulty level as far as I can estimate. I was tempted to go all the way straight to what I wanted to do. Took a little step back after all the reading I've been doing. So I want to make something I'm excited about. But I'm going to be slightly reasonable. So what I got was 8-2 cotton, which is not the thinnest stuff you can get, and it's sort of easy to work with. It's supposed to be a good intro thread. So that's what I'm going to start with. Of course, I am going to play with patterns. That's why I got 2 colors. I'm going to make some nice different patterns based on how I'm going to put it on the loom. So yeah, nice organic cotton. This is going to be my warp, and this is going to be my weft. So I'm going to start measuring out my warp on the warping board. Now I've already measured out the length that my warp needs to be. It's going to be 3 meters. So I have a little guide string and I place the pegs in a way that it's going to be roughly 3 meters. And then I'm going to wind my thread many times until I have the right amount of threads of the right length. Now this is going to roll all over the place. So I made a very high-tech contraption out of an old box with a metal thing through it that I can stick this on and it'll roll nice and easy. Here we go. Now all the way at the end here I am making the cross. So I'm alternating the direction that the thread goes, and it goes over and then under. And that way the threads are going to stay in the right order. That's a very important bit. And then over here I'm going to add a counting thread now so I can keep track of how many threads I already have, because I'm going to need a lot of them. I think I need 720, so I don't want to have to keep starting to count from 1 to see if I have enough already. I'm going to add in a thread that I'm going to loop over every now and then so I can keep track of what I've already counted. But yeah, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to move quicker and quicker, which is nice. I can tell from my counting thread that I have 22 centimeters worth of warp on here now. I want to go to roughly like a 590 centimeters, but it started to get pretty full on the warping board, so I'm gonna have to do multiple warp chains next to each other. And I'll tie this one off now, and then I'll make 3 more that are 22 centimeters wide. So now I have to take this off, but make sure it keeps sort of neat and organized. So I'm going to chain it. It's basically a big crochet stitch. I know how to crochet, so hopefully I can figure out how to do this. Alright, I've got the book, I've got pictures. Alright, it's not the neatest, but I think it should be sufficient. Okay, I tied it up. 1 done. Let's do that 3 more times. It's the next day. I got 2 of the warps done yesterday, so that's halfway there. I need to make 2 more today, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, so let's knock those out. Look at the last one. Much nicer. Alright, 1 more to go. My warp is measured out. Next step is to put it on the loom. I have my 4 warp chains on the back of the loom now. Lots of things going on here. I'm not going to go through all of it, but the main thing is I've got these 2 lease sticks through both sides of the cross that I made on the warping board to keep the threads in order. So these sticks are now through there, so they can't go anywhere anymore, which means I can safely take out all the ties and keep everything in order. And then I've got this stick through the loops in the back. That's what's going to go and connect it to the back of the loom so I can wind it on. But first I have to get all the threads spaced out to the right width, which is what this thing is for. So it's got an opening for every centimeter. So I'm going to spread all of those threads out so that I get it to the right width that I want to be weaving. So let's give that a go. That's 1 out of the 4 done. It came out right to the 22 slots that I counted, so all working as it should. So I'm gonna go do the other 3 and then, yeah. There's lots of things going on right now. I'm a few steps further. So I've spread out all of the warps across the back here in the right width, and I've attached it to the warp beam at the end so I can trail it on there. Then I need to put force on these, and I don't have anyone to hold them, so I've gone up and over one of the beams, and then each of them has a weight hanging from the bottom of it. They're all 1.5 kilos, so everyone has the same weight and the same tension holding on the thread. So that should be taking care of getting it neatly wound on. And then there needs to be a separator between the threads as they go onto the warp beam so that they really stay the same length. You can use all sorts of stuff. I happen to have some old maps laying around because I have a lot of maps. So I'm using those. Whatever works, and it looks kind of cool. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to start winding. I'm a little nervous. I hope no threads snap. So we're gonna go slow and keep an eye on it. So far so good. I had to adjust a few things here and there. There were some snags, but I kept an eye on it, so it worked out. And then the weights, as you can see, are coming up quite high. I can go a little bit further, and then I have to adjust the weights, which should be fine. Also, the warp is pretty short, so we're actually almost at the end already. All right, the warp is wound. That's very exciting. The next step is to take the threads and put them through the heddles. But they have to go through the right heddle, so I have to make sure I grab my pattern notes and think this through before I do that. So I've made some good progress threading the heddles. So I have 4 shafts for this pattern, and this is the pattern that I'm trying to follow with the thread. So these are the 4 shafts. So they're repeats of 12. So what I've been doing is I'm grabbing 12 threads from the back, and I've already taken here 12 heddles on the right shaft. And that's all just a double check. So if I have 12 threads and 12 heddles and they all match up in the end, that's just confirmation for me that I'm not miscounting. So yeah, after 12 like that, it's just repeat, repeat, repeat until the end. So we grab the next thread from the cross and we thread it through. I'm starting to get a little bit more handy in this, but it's still a slow process. But the important thing is that they all end up in the right place, because if I make any mistakes here, it's going to be a mistake throughout my entire weaving, and we don't want that. So this needs to be done very carefully and very precise. So I'm checking and double checking everything as I go. Okay, so this is looking good, and as it should. Now the reason I'm obsessing over double checking and triple checking everything is what you don't want is to have one mistake here, then spend hours threading everything else, find the mistake, and then you have to redo all the other bits, because if you're having to shift everything over one, then everything changes. So I'm being super careful. And of course, maybe mistakes still happen, but I'm gonna try to avoid it as much as possible. And so this first part is looking good. So I'm just gonna scoot that over and say that's done. And then I have this smaller triangle still to do. Looking good. Then I'm just gonna take all of these together. And to make sure they don't slip back out again when I'm moving things around, I'm just gonna put in a little slip knot right here that I can easily pull out again later, but then it's not gonna get pulled out of the heddles again. All right, so that's that bit done. Can park it and move on to the next. I've got all the heddles, all the threads and all the heddles, and the next step is to put all the threads through the reed. So I've put the beater bar back in place and I've put the right reed in it. And now each thread has to go through a slot in the reed, of course in the right order. So I have to really pay attention that none of the threads get crossed. And so the procedure is pretty similar. I'm gonna do it in little bunches. I'm gonna pull them through one at a time, check, and double check if the order is correct, and then tie a little knot so it doesn't get pulled out as I'm working my way down the line. So I've got 2 little groups in now. I'm gonna start on the 3rd group, and it's just gonna be another several hours of just moving down the line, getting all of these 800-ish threads in the reed in the right place. I've made it to the final step of warping. It's been quite a journey. So I've reinstalled the cloth bar, the front bar that the fabric will roll onto. And now I just have to attach all of the warp threads to that. So there's this stick here that's connected to it with ropes that allows me to get very close to the actual thread so I'm not losing a lot of length getting to that beam. So I'm going to tie everything onto here, then I'm going to need to check if the tension is consistent because they all need to be equally tight. And then once that's done, I can actually start weaving. So these are special knots that they're sort of half knots, and that allows me to adjust the tension really easily. And once everything's on, I can do the second half of the knot and fix them in place. Alright, that's it. Almost 800 threads are warped on my loom. It's taken many hours, and it feels like I haven't done any weaving yet, but really I'm halfway. Half of the threads of my to-be fabric are in place, and even the pattern is already programmed into the shafts and treadles, so I'm choosing to see it as I'm halfway. And now I get to start the actual weaving. So everything's tied onto the front here. I've lashed everything in place just to make sure this bar doesn't bend and all the tension stays well. I hope I've done everything right, and everything will weave nicely. And I guess there's only one way to find out.